Joe, you've been here since 7 o'clock this morning at St James's Hospital on the picket line here. What is the feeling amongst the nurses here on strike?
Absolute determination that this strike is going to be successful. This strike has been a very long time coming. The stress, the understaffing, the low pay, the not being able to pay your bills at the end of a month, having spent, enormously stressful time trying to get a job done, has really taken its toll. People are very determined and very desperate to get a resolution to this. The point is that both the nurses on the wards understand, and I think also the community at large, that if we don't win this strike, if we don't get a decent pay rise, there will be no nurses. The fact is, the stress on the wards, etc., is related to the fact that we do not have nurses. Many of the wards are working way below par in terms of nurse numbers. We've got, for instance, I work in the theatre department. We've got 11 theatres, and over the last certainly year and a half, if not more than that, but certainly year and a half, out of those 11 theatres, and we do big cancer surgery, hugely important, desperately important surgery, 3 of our 11 theatres are shut, simply closed. We have the equipment, we have the surgical teams, we have all of the ancillary teams, but we do not have the nurses. So every day, 3 of our 11 theatres are shut down just because we do not have enough nurses. For every 4 vacancies in nursing, there's only 1 applicant. We're losing our Irish nurses, our trained Irish nurses abroad. We have for years depended on recruitment drives, largely to the Far East, to India, to the Philippines, etc. And we are now in a situation where not even we can get those people to come because nobody can pay rents. Rents have gone up by, according to the official figures, by 34% since the boom, while everybody has taken massive cuts in wages. So, it's just untenable. Nobody can live or work in Dublin anymore.
And tell me about the support from the public here at James's. You can hear cars beeping in the background. What's it been like today?
You can hear that. Incredible support. Nobody, we have not encountered anybody who doesn't support the strike. And I think 20 years and more of a crisis in the health service that has deepened with every year that has gone by has meant that, like never before, the people understand that the health service is in a profound crisis, and we're saying it's actually in a terminal crisis. And I think that is resonating with people. I think people know that if we do not win this strike, there will be no health service. That's the reality. We can't get them nurses to stay in Ireland, be they Indigenous Irish people trained in Ireland or people who have kept the service going for the last 20 years from abroad. It is going into an abyss.
Joe, what is the message from the picket line here to Leo Varadkar?
We're saying, Leo, you better wake up here, because we're going to have, and we're hoping, and there's a huge demand here in St James's, and I'm sure that's going to resonate with every hospital in the country. There is a demand for a national demonstration. We're hoping this is going to happen next week. We're calling on our own union leadership who are listening to us for a national demonstration which will give the opportunity for that wider support, which is so palpable here today, to come onto the streets and support us for a demand for a decent pay rise, for parity of both pay and conditions, and for parity of esteem. And I am sure that once that demand goes out from our own leadership, it is coming from the ground, that we will demonstrate the mass support that there is for this strike.